Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Boid Gang Podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Cosio, and today we have Nathan Gilman,
How's it going?
Sahil Shah,
What's up, guys?
Sagar Shah,
What's up?
Ben Steinbraun,
Did I hear games?
and of course, you, the listener. So today, on episode 4, we are going to talk about a name state in the Boid Gang Fridays.
World.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
All right.
when... Okay, go Sahil.
First, people who at home who probably don't know what the Boid Gang Fridays are. Boid Gang Fridays are basically like Fridays dedicated to us just having fun and like playing games.
Hanging out in real life instead of just playing video
Yeah.
games.
So pretty much what Sahil said, except the inverse.
So what we do is we just go to each other's houses and like some of the time we just sit at their house, but a bunch of the time we like to go out into the woods and trap.
And with the Boid Gang Fridays, most of the time we basically like go around to each other's houses, and we used to have a system where we like switch off days, but
We've been kind of
Yeah.
sporadic.
That like devolved.
I mean it worked first half of the year.
It's been like a year and I still haven't been to Ben's house ever.
What? Oh
We
yeah,
went
yeah.
once.
I
Remember
haven't.
we played on the
No.
Switch, or not Switch? His
No, but Kevin wasn't there.
I was
it
not there.
wasn't.
It
Kevin was lame and had to go to karate.
I'm the world traveler of the group. I've been to everybody's house the most,
This is,
including my own.
oh my gosh. Okay, so I think there's like Nathan said, I'd say either 2 or 3 main categories. The first one is hanging out just at the house and doing stuff. Then the second one is where you go like walk like either to the woods or something from the house. So it's like not that far away. And then sometimes on certain occasions we just like go out and do something.
Yeah.
Like go out for paintballing, let's say we did that.
It was funny.
But we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves. I think let's bring it back to the first Board Game Friday, which I think was this year.
Yeah. Well, I think the beginning of 10th grade, so yeah.
I think the first one I went to was when I went to Sahil's house.
Well, Ben was busy with robotics for a lot of it, but Ben had that like grace period at the beginning, so I'm not sure what happened between then. But for most of the year,
I think.
Do you guys actually remember the first Friday, Board Game Friday?
I don't.
I want to say it's at.
I remember the first one that I went to that everyone was there was at Sahil's house.
Yeah. I don't remember.
And your mom made me eat all the sauce.
Guaranteed, if you come to our house, you're gonna be eating a ton.
Yeah, I have to say I love Sahil's parents. They're so great. I love them so
They're
much.
so good.
They're funny and they're nice.
And Kevin,
Dude.
And Kevin has decided to adopt himself into Sahil Shah's family, and now lives with them, eating all their food.
All of it.
Nearly all of it. Sahil's starving now. That's why he's so skinny.
I'll have you know, I am a thick boy.
No.
Dude, okay, what I don't understand about Sahil is that like he doesn't eat like 2 bites. Like he goes chomps down like the rest of us, and he's
I
still
don't
like
Don't eat breakfast.
No. Like, I see him chomping down when he's not at his house. Whenever we go to his house, Sahil does not eat anything. He eats 2 bites, and he's like, "Okay, I'm done, Mom." And I'm like, "Sahil, what?"
Like, okay, yeah, I eat a ton.
not at your house, though.
dude, he's ready to game, so he doesn't.
Maybe, yeah, like, I don't know. Yeah, whenever we're eating dinner at your house, you eat 2 bites.
He's like, oh, I'm done. I've had 2 chips, so I'm good.
Yeah,
Okay.
but dude, guaranteed. If I'm at any other house, you have no food anymore. It's online.
Okay, I can say that Sahil's parents are like, or I guess it's mom, but like, oh my gosh, dude, it's so great. And then like, I don't know, everything there is spicy.
I mean, no.
And,
Every time you guys come to our house, I'm like, Mom, make it spicy because Nathan likes it. And then she's like,
like
boom, and then it's over for you guys.
Actually done.
Yeah, I like spicy, so.
okay, the one food that I did not like
Oh
was
yeah,
what's the
buttermilk.
name of it? What's the name of it?
it's called chosh. It's like yogurt and spices inside of it, and I'll have to agree, it is a taste that a lot of people are not used to.
Okay, imagine you have a glass of water and you just pour like a fat scoop of yogurt in it, and you swirl it around.
But it obviously isn't like that. But like for people who have no experience with it,
Yeah,
like
it's like it
that's
has
like
the consistency of water, but it tastes like
It's
it
not.
tastes like weird yogurt.
It tastes like buttermilk.
Mm.
It's really weird. And
It's really hard to explain it.
Yeah,
okay, they're like, oh yeah,
But the fact remains that it really was throwing us off when we tried it the first time, and we were like, oh,
okay. I was trying to be nice and all. So I think it was like your dad that said.
drink it all, drink it all,
I was
and
like,
died.
he was like, here, do you want to like have a little bit of it? And then I had some, and Nathan had some. Nathan said, no, I don't really like this. No, thank you. I'm like, I didn't want to sound rude or anything, so I said, sure, fill up my glass. And then I never received it again.
Never say that. Never say that.
And then
Yeah, just say I'll try a little bit.
dude, I was scared because like if I ran or anything, or if like someone like punched me in the gut, dude, it would have been like everywhere. It was like,
Yeah, but I didn't have that sense of nobility that Kevin was trying to maintain or whatever it was. So I was like, all right, thank you for this Indian drink, but it's not for me. And I just put the glass back down.
Dude, next time you come to our house, we bought like 60 mangoes, so you guys are
oh
gonna have
boy,
mango galore.
Oh, yeah.
I remember
Oh, it was a
there
guava
was
tree.
guava. Yeah, there was guava
dude.
tree,
Yeah.
and that was another thing that like I haven't really I don't think I've ever had guava before that, so I wasn't sure what I was expecting, but it wasn't what I ate, so I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like
We have like one
It's a
guava
little
each
bit.
week because it's not summer yet, so it's not like exploding.
anyway, dude, it was funny with the guavas. I wasn't even there for like the main
So I
guava
was just like
run.
brought them to school and it's like,
Secondary
hey,
guava
you want
run.
a guava?
There's a lot of them.
Hey, you want a guava?
But then, yeah,
I would love it.
you want to talk about the sleepover at my house?
Oh boy, oh buddy.
You want to talk about that?
I don't think it's something that should ever reach the light of day.
This should never ever leave our group.
Well,
You know what?
Yeah.
Hey,
You know what's
hey,
great?
No,
I'm gonna talk about it. So
leave out the
I'm
okay,
gonna give
you know
the
what
full
the
story. So this was a couple like months back.
You're about to die, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm saying.
The truth is gonna reach the world.
I'm
But,
the
okay.
owner of
You
the.
better slap a sensor
forget,
on this
Dude,
man.
I didn't go to this. I want to hear this.
You better slap a sensor on this man.
Everyone, this is gonna be a long story. Probably not, but this was to give the whole story. This was
Just give him
a couple months back at Kevin's house, and Kevin, last minute, we all decided to have a sleepover. So we went to Kevin's house. We were all like, okay, well, it's not gonna be that much time, so we're just gonna have fun. Go to sleep early so we can wake up pretty early and play on the Switch, right? Wrong. So everyone then had the bright idea to stay up at like late, but not too late, so we can just talk to each other and have some fun. And we all know how that turned out. We ended up staying the whole entire night. And now if you put basically sleep deprived, a ton of sleep deprived.
Sleep deprived, and then I gave you all like Coca-Cola, so we're caffeinated.
To beyond reason,
Cola incident.
hyped up on adrenaline, trying not to get caught by Kevin's parents for some reason.
It was
trying to like
adventure.
survive the night, Five Nights at Freddy's style. So we all sat down inside Kevin's room. We all like laid close to the floor right next to each other, and we were all whispering for about like 3 hours, just talking about whatever we really wanted to talk about. And
Okay,
then
and then okay, they blame me. They blame me for the soda incident. I was like, your sodas. These mans fell asleep and then knocked it over, and then it's like they felt a wet spot, and they're like, what do I do? And I'm like,
no, dude, Kevin. If Kevin ever tells you that story, he's lying. I'm gonna tell you what actually happened. I was saving my soda for I don't know. I just didn't want to drink the soda. So Kevin was like, "Who didn't drink their soda?" And I was like, "I didn't." And he has the bright idea to give it to me. And man has zero hand-eye coordination. So he like flops it. It's not even my drink. It's Sauger's drink, which is like half opened. It's been opened. So he gives me that, and he gives it to me, and he puts it on the ground. And what he doesn't know, it's carpet. So it immediately flops over and spills everywhere. None of it was even my fault, but Kevin was like, "Oh, well, what's this?" And then he stormed the Capitol.
and then we had to get the towels, and then they were like, "Oh my gosh, Kevin, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "It's soda. It's not like it's carpet. It's not like it's actually matters." So then I cleaned it up the next day, and everything was good.
Still, you're like, "Uh-oh, we're gonna get caught. Oh no!" And then boom,
We did. I think we used blankets instead of towels.
we did.
The sleeping bag.
Funny.
Wait, you use the blankets
Yeah.
as a towel?
Yeah, and the people still had to use those to sleep.
Oh, we didn't.
No, let's talk about like other Boid Gang Fridays. Like that one time when we launched ourselves on Kevin's
Yeah,
tree.
The tree.
Who wants to tell that story?
Ben, you should go.
Yeah, Ben.
Dude, okay, so the tree was funny. So we were at Kevin's house, and then we were like, "Oh, let's just go into the woods," because at Kevin's like neighborhood, there's like a center circle. There's like a bunch of houses around it.
It's
So there's like a center circle
surrounded
with like
about Circle Park.
with like with just woods, and then we found this random tree that was surprisingly springy, and we just kept launching ourselves there. And Sauger heckin' was like the lightest one, so he just like went flying.
No, it wasn't that. Kevin and Nathan also pushed the branch.
This man actually took
And I flew like a good like 5-10 feet, and I landed on my ankles. This dumb beast flew me so hard that I sprained my ankle, and it hurt for like a week. And I could barely walk the rest of the day.
Goofy.
Okay, the thing is, like driving around the roundabout, I saw people like go on that branch just like to sit on it, and then they can like bounce like a little bit sitting on it. So then we did that for a bit, but then I'm like, you know, what'd be fun? Is if like we used it as a catapult. So yeah,
I just remember just like.
And then we started going the wrong way and almost impaled ourselves.
yeah. There's a tree branch that we're launching ourselves towards, and we're like, yeah, we're not gonna hit that tree branch, and we came pretty close.
Yeah, I had to like let go before I got literally impaled.
Yeah, and that's what we were like, you know, maybe we should not do this.
So I was like,
No, we kept doing it, but we just turned the other
these
way.
man, like I see them, they're like one by one, just like hurting themselves, and like kaboof, just dead.
I didn't hurt myself, but it
Wait,
was
Kevin, did
funny.
you do it?
Falling like flies, Sauger, then Ben.
I didn't hurt myself.
No, but you almost died. Of
Oh
the
yeah,
impaling.
Yeah, I almost died.
And then I was
during that day we were like, oh, this is kind of fun. Like Nathan went first, and he's like, he went up like a centimeter. Then Kevin went next, and he didn't go up at all because none of us had enough upper body strength. And then I think Ben went up. He went up significantly higher than Kevin and Nathan, but
Not as much
but
as you
when
guys.
I went up, oh buddy, oh pal, I took flight.
Then we pulled. Then we started experimenting.
And then we started like going sideways and stuff. It was a whole mess, but it was funny.
dude, we're trying to get the land speed record to see the farthest flying, the farthest, the fastest. So then that's why I pushed the branch with Sauger, because he was the lightest. I'm like, we can get this man to Mach 1. Definitely.
Mach 1 I did not want to go at.
And then
He didn't sign up for that ride. He didn't get. He's not old enough.
Probably I was going to be on that ride, so I was like, uh-oh.
He's like, oh, it's too late.
his feet just like crumpled underneath him, so then his like ankles were everywhere.
You actually broke my ankles.
Going.
Expose him.
To this day, it is rumored that Sagar Shah does not walk; he just hovers.
And then we have
He doesn't have legs.
Nathan's Woods, which is like a mile walk, I'd say, away from his house.
It's not that long. It's like 8 minutes, so like half a mile. But yeah, it's not like right in my backyard. But still, there's this river, and we try and cross it, and we failed. We did not even find it.
We were the Boy Scouts of America. We were trying to. There was this one. I don't know. It was a cooler or a bag across
It's a
the.
cooler.
It was a cooler across the river, and I was like, we need to go. We need to go exploring. We need to find the hidden treasure. And we were like, you know what? Let's just walk around. Guess who didn't walk around?
It's trying to walk around a river, which I think anyone with brain.
No, you can. You can walk around.
I mean, there was a point where I think you could have.
None. You didn't go the route that we went. We came out of a neighborhood then.
Yeah.
We came out of a neighborhood, and then all across, like when we were walking back towards Nathan's house, it was like the signs as we were leaving said, "Do not enter the area that we just came from."
And then I took an Instagram picture, and I said, "Where are we?" Asking people to send us help, but then they just started a guessing game on my Instagram comment. I'm like, this is not what I wanted.
You're like,
They're like, "You're on a planet flying across the sun."
They were like sick Obama, and then they left us to die.
Yeah, they did. They did.
It shows what kind of followers Nathan's has. Like, if this man gets lost in like Saudi Arabia, he's like, "Where am I?" Then all of his Instagram followers will be like, "Lol."
They're gonna be like Saudi Arabia. Be like, good job, you're in Saudi Arabia.
Okay, Ben's playground. At Ben's house, there's a playground right behind his house. And then we went there, and we were playing this game. I forget what it's called.
Oh,
It was like the one person is like blind and is trying to. It's like Marco.
I was like, we were playing blind hide and seek.
Yeah, and then
It's like just trying to not take
there were children there. There were babies, and they tried to join us. And then the baby walked into the pole.
It wasn't even like beep, and like he like got knocked down. Man, like ran full speed into a pole. He did one of those like half laughs, and then he started like full out bawling his eyes out. And I did like the.
But no, I know that kid, and he knows how to play the game.
I don't know what happened. He just flew into a pole.
The parents were there, and they were like giving us the stares of suspicion, and I'm like, eek!
Who are these young youths in this neighborhood? How dare they do this?
And then we played football, and everything was happily ever after.
No, we played football. We tried to play football with solid soccer, but they have like never played football ever.
No, like I was like one part because I was wearing a dress, like a college shirt, not a college shirt, a button down.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, until you took it off. It was shirts and skins.
Nathan, what was the occasion? I don't know. It must have been like after someone's birthday, but we were like we're playing like a game where you had to like one person had a balloon and the other person had to run into it to pop it, like chest bump them.
I don't remember what it was for. I know that it was at Kevin's house.
Oh, and then Sagar like flew into the like the door.
Oh yeah. I believe it.
A feather. I don't understand. Like I don't know. He like jumped.
Sagar weighs 98 pounds.
No, I weigh less.
When Sagar gets lifted into the air, his feet do not work anymore. He just lands where he lands.
He does he tries to do a tactical roll, but like does a handstand on his head.
Nope. Just nope.
Yeah. Was it you?
What?
Who was with the balloon? Who was Sagar's partner?
I was.
That's Sahil. So I was like, yeah, these two like balance each other out with their power. No, this like Sagar went flying again. So that's his like newfound abilities. He has the ability to fly.
Yeah,
So
I went.
he
Yeah.
glad.
I think you guys don't know how much I weigh. I weigh like less than 97 pounds.
If
Oh,
he weighed
well.
anymore, he would have went through the sliding glass
I
door.
would have broke your door if I weighed anymore.
Dude, I was scared.
I know Nathan was
My
like,
goodness.
dude, you're mad at soccer, I guess, because you're like, what the heck? And I was like,
Yeah, I'm mad because just like flopped around. No, and it wasn't even like he couldn't control it. He would like try to back away as he was going for the contact, and that's what led him to being destroyed.
he chicken.
Looking back on that, that was hilarious. In that moment, that was terrifying.
I know, dude. I went against Kevin, and I thought, oh, it's okay. I can kind of even the match. No, it's like I've at least I've played sports and stuff, so like I just barely from dying. I'm like, oh my goodness, that was a ride.
I got injured more times at Kevin's house than I probably have at anyone else's.
Yeah, injured more times at Kevin's house than at our actual house, and it slammed you in the head with a pole.
Okay,
No.
this isn't technically a Boid Gang Friday, but it's just on the topic. Like we're having a backyard party for spring break, and me and Nathan invented a new game where we got a stupid mini like collector's baseball bat, and then we're seeing how far we could launch tennis balls with it.
Yeah, we had a tennis ball, not a tennis racket, a freaking baseball bat. We were in the street, and we were just like sending dingers down the freaking road, and we were like, done.
So obsessed with making the tennis balls wet, so that way you could see like a water trail.
Oh well.
It was
It
dude.
is great speed. You using the big brains.
We were playing football or something, and Kevin hit his cousin or family friend. I'm not sure,
Yeah,
but and then he went sicko mode and started chasing him, and Kevin was like Kevin just started running out the door. I'm like, I was just like zooming along after Kevin. I'm like, where is this man going? And then he went back to the
okay,
house.
that was so scary. I don't think you understood. Okay, so one, like I underestimated my own strength. So like I didn't try for her head. I was like trying for like the body. I just like smacked her, like pegged her right in the face. I'm like, uh-oh. And dude, it was like you know when people like try to hold in their like tears, it gets converted into straight pure anger. And I have 5 seconds to start running, or else I'm dead. Because dude, she plays volleyball.
Dude, she about to. Everybody gangsta till the volleyball players come out.
She's only 12, but dude, she plays volleyball, and I do like karate. So my skills are not not good in that situation. So I was like, I need to start running. That was terrifying because she had the ball, and then she whiffed me. That was my one saving grace, is that she whiffed me with the ball. And then after like running probably a quarter of a mile, just like sprinting, I like went back into the house and went to the sanctuary of my room.
And you started zooming around your house with a wheelchair.
Yeah, the wheelchair roller coaster. Yep, that was the time. But that's not
All right.
Board Game Friday.
We need to go back to Boid Game Fridays. What's the next one,
Okay.
boys?
Okay, anyway. Sahil's house.
I forgot about the Smash Bros. Tournaments that happened.
Oh, the spam click tournaments, you mean?
That's funny. We played Smash Ultimate or whatever it's called, and it was
The
funny.
old one.
It was
No,
funny.
no, the new, was it the new one?
Yeah.
We would just find these one moves that are like too good, and then we would just spam beat, and we would somehow beat Kevin, who actually has the game.
I remember you guys getting super
Wait, what was
mad at
it?
me for spamming one
They had
move.
the me sword fighter.
Oh yeah.
And then Sagar had Peach, dude. Sagar had that one move with Peach.
Dude, Sagar. I don't think anyone understands when Sagar like finally gets on a chain. There's no stopping him. Because I was trying to be like, Sagar, you need to like chill out, but no, dude, you can't stop him.
Okay, and then I think
He's
we're like
going.
making us seem Ben right now is probably the best Smash Bros. Player. Even though I have the game, I don't like.
Yeah.
I'm not really that good at it. But dude, us we're just like we're the button masters. So any skill that we say that we have is just like minute compared to Ben. We can literally like Thanos clap us with anything.
Saho's house time.
No, plus they're all Wii Fit trainers. Because at my house, they were literally all Wii Fit trainers, and they were just like saluting the sun.
Okay, Saho's house. Dude, the
Okay.
wilderness. We tried to go to the wilderness at Saho's house, and
No, dude. The wilderness at our house just consists of a creek, one trail, and I think there's like one river and that's it, and a beach.
like we
You know
found this little disgusting
The
beach.
path to the beach got flooded during the hurricane.
It was this disgusting beach that we went on, and I just like sat there, and you guys were like, "Okay, we're not going any farther." And I tried to go a little bit, but then I was like, "Okay, this is stupid," and we left.
No, because like there's not much there really.
It really isn't.
Dude,
You forgot about the bike trip.
Once we're on bikes, we can finally go to like actual places because there's a trail like a couple miles away from our house.
Did you fix the bike?
What?
Because, dude, Nathan had the broken handlebar where, like, you'd, like,
I was thinking about that.
Dude, no, our bikes are actually broken because no one uses them.
Yeah, I know. Dude,
fix them.
driving along with my handlebar, I'm like, "Oh, this handlebar, it's a little sketch." And then it happens. I'm like just pedaling along, and then it's like I go to make a turn, and this handlebar just like pops out. I'm like, "Oh my goodness!" I fall over. I just fall into the grass. I'm like I feel this handlebar coming out of the bike, so I'm like, "Oh my gosh, let me get on this grass before I die." And like I just hop off this boy, and it just like splats to the ground. And then we're like, "Okay, we can't go anywhere," and we just like walk that bike back to his house.
Thinking of those bikes and the handlebar incident, I just remembered that the time that Sahil hit a car with his bike.
Oh, that's another story.
Dude, me too. I actually hit a car. I had a car with
Like
him.
it wasn't even like my fault either.
Into
Like
the
this
car.
lady didn't stop for the car. Well, I think she did stop, but then I stopped as well to be nice. And my dad's like, "Go!" And then this lady like full speed like books it.
And Sahil died on that day.
Okay, wait, is it okay if I just, like, should I name, like, 2 quick stories that happened with me on a bike?
Sure, go.
Okay, one time I was on a bike, okay, and then this is like when I was first learning how to ride a bike, and then I was like going along, I didn't know how to stop, so I ran into like the neighbor's car that was parked, and I gave it like a little scratch, a little dent, and like I started crying. Maybe at that time, I didn't know what to do, so I was like, "Mom, what do I do?" And she said, "Go apologize to
You
them."
just run.
And dude, that was back before I was like social, so I was like crying to this guy, and I was like, "I'm sorry, I ran into your car with my bike," and it was nothing. It was honestly nothing. Like you couldn't tell that I ran into it. Okay, and then second, I was like trying to be like nice and all. Like this is when I got a little bit better. So there's people incoming, and like they could have moved out of the way easily, but I was like, you know what, I should move out of the way for them. I lost all control and fell into like a fat ant pile. It was like probably like 2 feet across. And dude, I had a sweater. I had a sweater on, so like the ants got trapped inside my sweater. And I was dead, dude. It was
Kevin, you're a little.
Yeah, you're like
Yeah, you're far away.
Okay,
Is this better?
on the bike story, along the tangent of bike stories, there's one time, like, you guys know that little thing in my neighborhood that's like a loop?
Yeah.
Like, I was riding my bike when I was little on that sidewalk, and around the curve of that loop thingy, there was just a big leaf pile, and, like, I didn't think much of it, and I was just going through it, and then I go to the turn, and I just am gone. I'm just like I'm turned, but I just keep sliding over, and my bike falls, and my elbow is scratched, and I was so sad, and I was crying, and it was, Alexa, stop.
Alexa.
This is so sad.
Dude, I massacred my face once while riding a bike. That was fun.
Ouchie. Okay, but back to Boid Gang Fridays.
Okay, so then with the bike, so where we were biking, it was getting dark, so we are like, let's just go to like Sahil's like a playground up front, and it's a problem. It's a problem because it's everywhere we go. There's like a kids like area. We're like, let's go play. We're 16. We shouldn't be on like something that for like 8-year-olds.
Have a little bit of fun. It's not. I don't think it's that bad.
You almost died, Nathan.
No, I didn't.
Nathan, you almost got castrated.
That dinosaur.
Dude, I was like, okay, how far can this thing tip over?
Oh yeah. Now, first, let me explain what the dinosaur is. It's like rocky thing where you like get on this full metal, spring-loaded dinosaur, and it like rocks you around.
It's basically a fancy version of a rocking horse.
Yeah. So
There it is.
yeah. So Nathan has this bright idea to actually get on it. Why? No idea.
Yeah, at first I'm just like going forward, and I'm like, I can't go forward and backwards. I'm too big to go forward and backwards. What if I go side to side? And that's when it started to get interesting. I'm like, wow, this is a lot more. And it was like really hard to stay on because this man would go like struggle to get me up, but once it got past like the center of gravity, like obstacle or whatever, it would just like send me shooting down to the ground. And I'm like, oh, and I was having some close calls, and I'm like, okay, let me try back to drive. I put this thing as far to the ground as it will go, and then I release. I can't even stay on it. It goes too fast for me. It just is like out of my hands. I fall on the ground, and all I see is it coming back at me, and I don't remember anything else. Like I wasn't knocked out or anything. I was just like, what? Like it was too fast for me to know anything.
Okay,
So-
from our perspective, that thing got so close to his BB. It was so fun. Like, if he had been a little higher, he would have gotten like that thing.
Dude,
He almost didn't have kids anymore.
I'm glad I don't remember, because if I do, I probably would be traumatized. I'd probably be like, oh my goodness, I must protect this area at all costs.
Dude,
And I
it was like, okay, from my perspective, I was on the swings, just like swinging. I see this man, I'm like, he's gonna fall off. He fell off. He had his had his legs open, and dude, it came back towards him, like it's like a wrecking ball coming straight at him.
Dude,
I
like
guess I guess he rolled out of the way or something because
dude, like no. From my perspective, his pee was like a millimeter away from getting smacked, and I was like, Nathan, and he was just laughing, and I was like, you weirdo, he literally almost got castrated. I'm not even joking.
Nathan's a certified masochist.
Like he
Dude,
was about to
okay.
become a eunuch.
Stop. Kevin, okay, so Kevin bringing up the of something that I'm not sure if you guys remember, but it's paired with the little spring rocking thingy. Okay, so we were on the swings, and we had this ball. We found this ball or something.
God, no.
And we were on the swing, and I'm like, okay, Sagar, toss it up to me, so I can like punt it out of here. And it was not going well. And then I'm like, okay, Sagar. You just kept trying to do it, and Sagar just winds up. He winds up, and he nails me in the face, and I'm like, whoa! He nails me. I like plop off the swing. I'm like, bruh, I am like out of it. I'm like, this man, and everybody's like, Sagar, what the heck is wrong with you? And I am just like, I'm laughing, like, because it didn't hurt. I was just like it was so funny. Like I just see Sagar winding up, and then I'm dead. I'm like, whoa. And then I'm like, no, I don't even care. It was so, like, it was crazy. It was so funny. And then I'm like, okay, Sagar, get over here, big boy. And I'm like trying to throw him, but he ran away.
no. The thing
That
is,
was actually
I'm
really,
pretty
really
he did
bad.
it again with me, didn't he?
I don't know.
I remember getting smacked
I don't
in
know.
the ball.
I just know that my glasses went flying, and everyone's. I'm like, wait.
You got owned by Sagar, and then he did it to me. I'm like, this man is on a killing spree.
He doesn't care. He's gonna clap you. He's about to take some names.
So yeah, definitely.
Sagar,
Friday.
like Sagar gets clapped, but then he claps people back.
Board Gang Fridays
But-
when we're on the run are dangerous. We could die at
we went to see Endgame, and there are these
Okay, I
little.
think this deserves its own section. Endgame, that Friday, which was April 26th, was like I think peak performance for Boid Gang Fridays.
I think we got yelled at. Twice.
Stop. There's so much stuff.
There's so much that
I don't
we
think-
should do it in a chronological
Yeah,
order.
I think. Yeah.
So,
Okay. Do you want to? Let's start.
Wait.
I don't remember.
We have to
Kevin,
wait.
were
We have to
you-
wait.
were
We
you
have to
with
wait.
us?
I'll set things up so that way it's not like, don't worry. So anyway, it was opening weekend for Endgame, and we're all like, we should go see it because we don't want spoilers, and it's like the end of the Infinity Saga. So we're like, let's go to the mall, okay? It took us like a pretty long time to set things up. There's like a lot of confusion with the tickets and how we're gonna get there. But that's all boring and stuff. So when we got there, we're like, it's time to begin the Boid Gang Friday.
Barnes and Nobles.
So
Or
first
Barnes and
up,
Noble.
we found first thing.
Dude, and then we saw freaking
Magic
Magic Treehouse with
Dude,
the World War II.
D-Day. Their first episode. Their first book was on D-Day.
No, I don't think they were first book, but it was one of them. And I'm like, bro, why are they sending these little babies of Magic Treehouse into freaking World War II, bro? It's not even just. And yeah, that's what gets me. It's a D-Day, like the bloodiest thing ever when they're like reclaiming.
They're
the people.
paratrooping out of a plane. You just see them with their parachutes just falling out of a plane.
They were reclaiming the Holy
Like
Land.
these 8-year-olds.
So that means that they were under attack by anti-aircraft.
Yeah,
And you see explosions. It's so bad.
yeah, we saw all.
Dead.
Yeah, there was a Starbucks there. I'm like, okay, let me use my gift card. And then we get up there. Sorry, we don't take cards. And it was sad. No Starbucks for me.
The hell, you should have bought the Pope.
I know I should have. Dude, there was this one random bobblehead of Pope Francis and Jesus Christ. And Pope Francis looked like he had Down syndrome and like an extra chromosome all in one. Like, I swear, he was so stupid looking. But I wanted him. I
Dude,
wanted
if
him
you
so
would've bought-
badly.
If you would have bought Pope Francis, I would have bought Jesus.
Dude, it was like $1 too.
Okay.
Did we go? Go away. What are you doing?
We're recording.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun to edit.
Oh,
Okay.
stop!
Who's that?
That's right. You're about to get stoned. You better leave these.
Nathan's brother.
Nathan's brother.
Oh, whoa.
Brother,
His
right?
brother.
There, buddy.
Okay, back,
That'd be nice.
back to
Okay.
Barnesville.
Next stop.
Well, actually, we're like going down memory lane of like the different books that we had that we remember as kids, like the Rick Riordan ones, and Percy Jackson.
We see Minecraft
You
books.
see My Life as a Meme or something.
No,
My
my
Life as a Meme, and you like kind of like die on the inside.
It's like my face when I fail
Yeah,
my test.
overall, it was a great way to start off the Endgame Friday. It was like so much like bad books. Like, I don't think you realize, like, there's so much garbage on the internet, but there's also so much garbage like in real life. Like, we were looking around, and we were like, what is this stuff?
Like-
what is
Like,
this?
there's like the random like weirdo like ultra feminist books and just books I
So
don't want to be
bad.
associated with.
It was like, oh, it was just no. But it was a great way to start off Friday.
And
Where
then
do we go next?
the dollar store.
We went to the dollar
Wait, no.
store, our second home.
The incident on the playground.
That was after.
Not the place.
That's when we went back
Was
to
it?
the dollar store.
I don't remember having that, but okay.
I don't remember holding anything.
Dude, okay, it's in the dollar store, but like the carpets there are so nasty. It's like they never clean it ever. Like, you see, like, dude,
Dude, the dollar store is, but it's funny.
it's bad, but it's funny. It is funny because you get all like the stuff for cheap.
You
Your,
get the 2.75
the
liter.
infamous-
your boy got sour spaghetti. I got sour spaghetti, but it's not even called sour spaghetti. It's called sour spaghetti.
Sour spaghetti. Sour
No, but
spaghetti
Kevin
was
thought
probably the best
we-
part of it.
That was
Kevin
not the
thought it
best
was a
part of
good
it. The
idea
best
to
part of
buy
it was okay.
Is that
First, Kevin on caffeine is like
Not something.
No, that caffeine didn't even do anything though.
yes,
The caffeine did not make No, it made you like funny for 2 seconds, but we were all just hyped up on like being around
I
each
know.
other.
So I had my Rockstar Energy, and then we got the infamous 2.75 liter. Because, you know, the dollar store has to sell their brand for, like, making it seem like a better price. So we got bootleg. There's bootleg Sprite, bootleg orange Fanta, and bootleg Coca-Cola. I'm not
And of
touching.
course, what Kevin goes for?
Dude, the Sprite is the one that you,
bootleg
like,
Sprite.
mess up the least on. Like, how can they mess up Sprite? They still did.
It was so terrible,
Dude, it was like
bro. It was
flat
so-
and not flat at the same time.
It was like a terrible ginger ale
Shaking it
cousin.
up, but
Yeah, that's at lunchtime or whatever the freak it's called, dinner time.
It's
Yeah,
like
so-
winter time.
we got our goods, and we're like, okay. So Nathan had the most overpowered jacket, where his whole jacket's pretty much a pocket. So we're like, thing up. So he looked pretty chunked that day.
No, dude, no. I want to tell it. Okay, I want to tell it right. Nathan's jacket has a pocket that like goes to the back of his jacket where he puts stuff in, and that's the main reason how we got most of it in. But we bought so much stuff that when we put it inside of that pocket, man had a big old wagon, brother. Like he was thick. Like I
Yeah.
swear, like
I was there with the booze.
yeah, you know, a literal caboose. That is so big.
It looked like a tour, honestly.
I was like, why isn't anyone gonna remark on that? But I guess no one did, and it worked out in the end.
No one cares.
16-year-old's booty.
No one would have cared if we even like literally walked our candy like with like just through it. No one would have cared.
Probably not.
It would have been like, hey, dude, what are you doing with your candy? And you could have just been like, sorry, and then just put it in your pocket and still walked in.
Okay.
It's like, but it was funny. It was funny. Like being sneaky was still like really funny. It gave me that.
A lot of stores actually have something smart. They have like an area where you can put like your coins in. So that, like it's a spinny thing. They spin your coins down for charity. So we were like spamming our pennies into that thing. And we're like, let's see how many we can get. And then these guys trying to like reuse the ammo. So
I was on a phone call when everyone was doing that, and then I hear from the back of my mind, "What are you doing? That's for charity!" And then that's all I heard, and I just see this Nathan reaching like down the hole to pick up the pennies that he was trying to roll.
Someone actually remarked on that?
No, I think it was
I think it was
Kevin.
Kevin.
Like, boy, get
I
out.
thought it was like some random person.
Yeah. After that, we went to this like the stupid place where you can like put quarters in and like rocks you in this like weird like machines.
before that, just a little bit, you're making comments on how disgusting grape cough syrup was. I'm alluding for it.
So gross.
They're just like going on and on about how gross grape cough syrup is and has like the worst thing ever. Anyway, so
Then
then
like 5 minutes later.
Okay.
is the
Okay,
negative.
we find this like one of the things like the gum dispensers that you can put like quarters in and get like a little piece of gum. But then we found the unit dispenser, and it was like gross, like gum things. Like, but they were like little fruits. Like they were trying to be little
They were
fruits, but they
giant.
failed.
no, little fruits, dude. These things were like the size of like
No,
Fist.
I won't go that far, but hefty.
A little bit less than a fist.
It was like 3 of your fingers, like
Yeah.
fisted up.
Pretty much.
yeah,
Yeah.
like a golf ball. Anyway,
It was like so bad, and we're like, okay, whatever you do not get the grape one. What does this dude
okay,
get?
I didn't know what flavor it was.
The grape one.
It's just a circle, a purple circle. Like they're supposed to be in like shapes. Okay, but it was like purple and blue, and I'm like, okay. So then I try to bite into it, and Nathan's like, Kevin, stop! You're gonna break your teeth. And I'm like, no. So I ran away from him, trying to like steal the thing. He said, "It's grape. You don't want to eat it." I'm like, I want to eat it. It was too much gum for me to even eat. So like I was like, here, take some gum. And they're like,
I seen it for like 30 seconds. I'm like, this is
Yeah, I
disgusting.
instantly like
This man ripped it
spitted
apart
out.
and gave it
Dude,
to every one of us.
First 30
And
seconds
I
of it
immediately like spit
wasn't
it out.
bad. The first 30 seconds was bad.
No, it was
And
bad.
then
It was great.
the steak is so bad. and then you have to like half to spit it out. And this man Kevin eats it for like 10 straight minutes.
I was like,
No, I haven't stayed that long, but yeah, he did eat it for way too long. This man is just over there chomping away. We're like, bro, how are you so
I'm
gross?
eating the gum that I spent my 75 cents on. I want the full flavor. Dude, and the worst part is it makes your spit turn like cough syrup.
Purple.
Okay, and now we have to go to the story where the manager came.
I wouldn't call him the manager. He
I don't
was
even
like
know if he
this.
was the manager.
I think it's like,
Random guy.
A random guy. So there are these like little vehicles that you can put quarters in and ride on,
Emphasis is on
and we're like, I
they're meant for like toddlers.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, okay, your boys wants to get a family photo. And so there's this fire truck with 4 seats. And like I can barely get in it. And there's 2 seats. But I'm like, I'm determined.
Good night.
So I'm like, Soccer, Sahil, and Ben, get in here. And like we're trying to cram in. And this thing is like rocking as we're trying to like cram ourselves in. And then this guy is like, hey, what are you doing? And we're
Fall
like,
apart.
we're taking a picture. We're taking a picture. And he's like, oh, you guys are a little bit too old. And he freaking made us leave.
Yeah,
And I was
dude,
sad.
like
someone said that to us.
no. It's like every single time that we do something like this, I swear it's like a second later where like every manager in the planet decides to walk through the one hallway that we are in and sees exactly what we're
Their
doing.
ears just perk up. Their ears just perk up.
Wait, give me more examples. I know there was like the time with the bowling.
The bowling.
Anything else you remember? Because like I know it is. I just am like.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that very, very well. I think. I'll
No,
embellish.
there was a
Okay, but-
bowling and this one, I think.
And they had the kiddie thing where you could like roll it down a thing and you can like put up the bumpers.
No, I know about the bowling. I'm talking about more
I think
examples
it's just those
than just
two.
the bowling.
But
I
I
think
can
it's-
guarantee
No.
that there's more somewhere.
There's probably like other ones that
More.
are like smaller, but that's just like the ones. Cause like I was the one that suggested the bowling thing where you like anyway, but then I did not want to associate because like I knew that's a mall and literally
Oh, Okay, hold on. You keep going.
so I was
Sorry.
like oh man I was too chunk to even fit on it anyway, so I'm like I'll take the picture of you guys, don't worry. And then I see the man walking and then he did a double take. It's like, okay buddy, what's going on over there? I'm like, okay, I hit the yeet and left that thing. I'm like, so that second time I left before the manager came. Not the second, that was I also left when Nathan got yelled at.
Dude, yeah. The other thing, like another example, like it's not like on a Boy Gang Friday, but it was still like something. It was like when that substitute went sicko mode. Okay, but yeah, sorry.
Anyway, they were not even sad. They're just like, well, because like I'm pretty sure they knew like it was stupid to begin with.
It's like, oops.
There's no way that they could all fit. You could maybe fit.
Yeah, no, we could all fit.
Yeah, we could have fit. We
Me
would have
and
like,
Nathan were like
fallen
already
over.
in when this guy stormed the castle and tried to kick us out.
Yeah, and like I had to laugh it off. It's like you want to laugh it off because it like bums you out if you like let it get to you. Because I mean, even though it was like stupid, it's like this guy just like rained on our parade. So like I kind of had to laugh it off.
And then it was some lunchtime.
Like up in the jet.
Lunchtime.
Uh-oh.
Actually, it was dinner. How dare you, sir?
It was like it was old people dinner. It was like 4:30.
Yeah. We all had like standard dinners.
Even
Kevin got
No, even-
the chicken. I got a milkshake. Sagar got his chicken sandwich, and Ben got another milkshake. And
Oh yeah.
those milkshakes, I don't know what they put in it, but it was tiny. But I could barely finish mine. I don't even think I finished mine.
Dude, it was so.
It was like
deceptively thick.
so thick, and I was trying to like, because they also give you these huge straws, and I guarantee that my pinky could have fit through like the whole entire straw.
No, it like started to go in the middle, and I'm like, so your finger's about to get stuck forever.
Yeah, and I was trying to like drink it, and I like sucked my eyeballs in.
Okay,
That's why I use the straw as a spoon.
I got why just get a spoon. Anyway, I was going over And I was like, ooh, look, free samples. And dude, they must have been like that one guy that was giving out free samples was so persuasive.
No, he wasn't even persuasive. He was aggressive. He was like, eat,
He was like,
eat.
here, try some free sample. And he was like, now that you tried it, go come over here. Except, dude, he had such a strong accent, an Asian accent.
You didn't understand. Yeah, you did not
I could not understand what he was saying. And I was like, oh, maybe it's just him. So let me just order the food. It was like, must have been family owned or something. Like everything was moving so fast, and like the lady was like, I don't want to sound racist, so I'm not gonna like try to interpret what she like mimic what she was saying. But dude, it was I had no idea. So I was like, what? And once you ask what, you can't ask like what again, or else you sound stupid. So you're like, yeah.
So sorry, what? Then on the third what, you have to like laugh it off and hope they told a joke.
So,
Or you
like,
just say like yes and leave.
So like I said, I already used 2 of my whats. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna sound like the deaf kid. So then I was like, sure. And then I recognized she tried to upsell me to get a drink. Or was the drink included? Anyway, I said no to the drink. Because we got the 2.75 liter. We just threw it away.
No, but it's funny.
Kevin
Okay,
over here.
After we all ate, we're just like sitting around getting ready to go, and we're like, "What are we gonna do with this?" And then when Kevin unlocks, the caffeine must have kicked in then because he just decided in his infinite wisdom to grab this 2.75 carbonated boy and just start shaking, like not even like a little bit, like full body, like shaking,
It was full on
up,
shaking.
down, left, right, and it was like you touched it, like
It was firm.
it would have exploded. Like the tension on the plastic. Like normally you have a little bit
It
of
was
leeway with the
so
plastic.
about to explode.
This was like buffed up, and there was like beginning, like there was already like no room for air because you saw how the top
Yeah,
was,
dude,
how
like
the
caved out,
manufactured,
like it ballooned.
like how
Yeah, so
disgustingly
you can get 2.75 liters in. You gotta like make it like flatten that top.
dude, yeah, and it just started going, and Kevin unleashes the top, but like he did it so it wouldn't like explode, but everyone was dying. We like ran away from the
Dude,
table.
like from
Like we were making this commotion in the mall, and this lady at the end of our table was like, "I get the feeling I shouldn't be sitting here,"
Okay.
and I'm like, "Shut up, lady, shut up."
That's a little great. Like I get
She did not want to associate.
like say something to like say like, hey, you should probably not do that. But like if you play it off as like a joke, it's just kind of weird. Like there's just like I don't know what her plan was. Like was she just making conversation, or was she like?
Yeah, I think she was trying to be funny, but I'm like, sorry, lady.
yeah, but dude, when
And-
Kevin like uncapped it, I think we all like thought instinctively like ran away like it was a bomb or like Kevin after he ate like Thanksgiving dinner or something because we all like booked it out of Dodge. You're like, I'm not getting wet like that.
yeah. And then I tried to shake it up again, but Kevin already like pumped it to maximum when he did it. So I'm like, and then we just threw it away.
Oh, one thing that we also forgot was that we were also eating the red hot things. And we all had the bright idea to eat like 9 in a row, and
Dude,
it was spicy. But Kevin over here, he was like dying, and man started punching the 2.75 liters.
yeah, he started having a boxing match. He was about to
He was just sitting on the table and then he just starts punching it. I'm like, what the heck?
No, dude, I died. That was hilarious. He was like, brah, brah, brah. And I was like, okay, Kevin.
It was out of nowhere too. It was just like dying 1 minute, and he just ascends, and he's like, brah, brah,
The
brah,
caffeine
brah.
kicked in. Nathan said, "Oh yeah, the caffeine did like nothing," but like no.
No. I'm talking like collectively, like throughout the whole day. But yeah, like when it kicked in, this man just was gone. He was gone.
It was great.
You gone.
That dinner was so spectacular.
And then we watched Endgame. We were all bamboozled.
Ben got a ring.
Oh, Ben got a ring, yeah.
I did.
And I got a silly putty.
I know. I got proposed.
We all got this silly.
All right.
So we took our change and we saw these things and we were like, the things we put the quarters in the little capsule, and these mans all got putty, and it was so disgusting.
I want to tell you a story about putty. All right, so we all I luckily got putty out of like the random one. Nathan and Kevin both got their putties, and we all had different colors. And on first opening the freaking ball was like trying to defuse a bomb blindfolded. I cannot figure it out.
No, it was easy.
No, to Kevin, me and Nathan both had to like turn to like smashing it against the corner because we cannot open it.
Like I said, oh, I can open it. Here, let me open yours. And they're like, no, I got this. And they start cracking it like an egg. And I'm like, what are you doing?
And then the Ziploc bag it was in was equally indestructible. Yeah, I had to rip mine. And when you got it out, I could not touch it because it was so moist. It felt like I was doing the hee-hee dance 3 times.
Shut up. Yeah, but yeah, like at first, like we're like, okay, this thing is not gonna bounce because it felt weirdo and like its texture. We did not think it was gonna bounce. And then I ball it up and I send it. Like I just like let it go, and it just like bounces, and we were amazed. And then I tried throwing it, and like it was not a perfect ball, so it was not gonna come back straight up. And it was like unpredictable. It just went forward, and I like rushed to Yeah, no, it was
we just like started making it into a frisbee, and it just went, and then it turned brown. Like we like mixed the pink, the orange, and the together to make brown. It was just a turd.
And then we put it around the ball.
Yeah,
like the capsule that came in. We put it around.
Such a bit that we couldn't actually like store it anywhere, so we're like, we have to throw this out. It's too late because we got 2 of these mans already cracked theirs to get it open. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And then we threw it out, and it was so sad.
But then we made up with it with the rubber duckies.
Dude, I don't think you want my back. I mean, yours back because I use it in the shower.
Huh? Wait, you have it?
Yeah.
I have mine right here.
I use it to make the fart sound in the shower because like your hands are always sitting. So I'm like dancing around with the rubber ducky in my hand, like, and I'm.
Dude, it's like inside my ear too.
I know.
Got the ASMR.
And I only did it once.
Dude, but yeah, the great thing about the ducks was that it was play until you won. And so there was this one duck that we were determined to get. It was the Minecraft blue duck. And Sahil got it. It was
You're going for the diamonds.
Dude, first, Kevin was trying to like hacker man it and like put up the block thing. But then I looked behind us and I saw the same guy who busted us like storming the castle. And I was like, Kevin, we gotta go.
What is the same guy?
It wasn't the same guy.
I think it was the same guy.
You know, for the story, it was the same guy. And yeah, and then we all got our ducks. And dude, oh my gosh, we got there like what, 30 minutes early, 45 minutes?
No, we got there like 45 minutes early, and there was like a line. There was a huge line.
Dude, and I'm kind of glad we got there when there was a huge line. Because, dude, I went to the bathroom because we all like took turns going to the bathroom. And, dude, they smell bad, brother. Dude, they must have not known what deodorant was because it was just like, because like I guess they didn't have the AC on. It was like up in there. It was just so gross.
No. Yeah, it was gross.
And
I've had enough of that, sir.
What?
You know what?
And then we went to see Endgame, which was great, but that's for another time.
No spoilers. Next Monday, let's go over it, I guess.
Oh, nice.
But dude, after the movie, we were all like during the movie, at some portions, Nathan was over here like nutting in his pants. I was about to like cry at some points, and again nutting in my pants, and we all at the end nutted like simultaneously.
Yeah, it was.
Honestly,
some parts of the movie we were just like shocked and baffled by it. But I don't want to get too much in that because I don't even want to talk about it because some people will be like, bah!
Batman dies and Thanos gets pregnant.
I'm getting rid of the.
No.
I remember Sahil said Nathan's nutting everywhere because
No, he actually was. Like, I swear.
He's going bongos.
Yeah, he was going bongo crazy. I guess he couldn't sit still.
Yeah, no, he was like,
No, I was like, this is so crazy. Look at this. Are you seeing this? This is crazy.
that's for we can talk
Dude, I
about
looked over and Nathan just like squirming in his chair. I'm like, what the heck are you doing?
I think we can
I'm like, I was having a
Like
party.
jumping around.
I was like, yeah, I was like the Mexican jumping bean that could not be contained. I'm like, whoa, this is so crazy. And it wasn't just me. The whole theater was like,
Yeah, dude,
ooga,
like
ooga.
this is the first movie I've ever went to where the theater was like going crazy with us too. Like nobody was afraid to like go nuts.
Yeah, everyone was clapping and cheering, and everyone made the collective crying, and it
And
was so
Stan
good.
Lee
I did not.
and Stan Lee made his final cameo.
Standing-
I almost cried.
And then everyone was just like, "Amen, brother." It was so good.
That was a good movie.
Dude,
Wait,
Thanos gets pregnant by Light Nixon.
and Connor showing up at the end.
Yeah, Alex and Connor made their like. Alex wanted to see it with us, and we're like, okay. And then he's like, oh, can Connor come? And like they at the last minute showed up, and I was like, okay, this is pretty funny. And then Connor, when we were like in the intros, Connor downloaded this app like for the movie trailers. I forget it was called Newbie.
I still have
Movie.
it.
It seems like there are these like interactive movie trailer thingies, and it was funny. Connor was playing it, and it was great.
I mean, they're bad games. Like they only lost a minute, but it's
Yeah, but
funny.
they were funny, so.
And it broke his phone. It restarted his phone.
Yeah, it did.
And then Alex was like, did you guys eat yet?" And we're like, "Yeah." He was like, "Here, let me go to Chick-fil-A and get a sandwich." He was gone for like 20 minutes.
Dude,
Okay.
I was half like expecting him to not be able to get back in.
Dude, and then I wanted the Chick-fil-A sauce with my sour sketty. And it was so
Ew, yuck, ew.
disgusting.
You're gross.
Sour
What?
Sketty?
Okay.
Don't talk to my sour Sketty like that.
What's next?
I think that's it for right now.
Yeah,
So
I think it is.
So I mean, unless you guys want to say anything else.
Are we missing any
No,
Boid
like,
Gang Fridays? Are we
Huh?
missing any Well, we didn't talk about the paintballing.
Yeah, I think that's.
Oh, that's
That's not a Boy Gang Friday.
That was. It was a Friday.
Well, no, it wasn't.
It was a Boid Gang outing.
It was a Boy Gang.
Yeah.
That should be the next episode because
Yeah.
like
it's kind of late. But besides it being late, like a Boy Game Fridays is a tradition that we want to continue. Like, there's obviously some times when it doesn't like work out, like when the plans fall through at the last minute. Like this garage sale thing I have to do. This is so sad.
okay, Nathan.
But it's Boy Game Fridays is something that we hope to continue because it's pretty fun just to go exploring.
Vlogs coming out soon.
Dude, once we're all
Yeah.
able to drive, or not even all of us, once some of us are able to drive and we could like drive each other.
And
That's
Alright, time to end this right now.
Ben's crying right now, but that's for another day.
I'm not crying.
You know, guys,
Kevin, I'm not a baby.
we're 4 episodes in. Can you believe it?
If
I wonder-
whoever's listened to the end, you guys should. Season 2, episode 1 is when we start doing special guests. So if you want to do that, you should probably talk to one of us.
should like make a hidden code in the like throughout the podcast, like throughout the season, and at the end of the season, whoever gets the hidden code gets $5.
Gets to be on there.
All right,
Whoever
Gets to appear.
whoever's listening to the end, if you come up to me and say
No,
potato, then you're going to be the first guest.
Gosh, no, I mean like next season. Okay, well, let's say the end, and then I can say this idea.
Yeah.
Well, that will do it, everyone. Thank you for listening if you made it all the way through. This was just a little insight to what we have on our Fridays. It's near and dear to us. So for now, goodbye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell icon down below. Later, game.
Smash that like button.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do.
Thank you for that.
And
Okay, wait.
Very good.
Okay,
Dude, I like
wait.